saddest story. It was the saddest story I ever read. I mean, these two melons. It's just they were meant to be together, and it was so sad because they just can't elope.
Yeah.
Well, did they end up getting?
Man! Move this man!
Oh no.
Where was
So
the
they
audio?
end up getting a? Did they end up getting a dog together, or did they get a? Was it too melancholy? It was a melancholy.
Nah, it was just jackfruit.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
Not every joke is going to be a dirty joke or a violent joke or a on the times joke. You know, there's a shortage on crap these days, and that includes good humor, apparently.
Yeah, I was about to do that live. Fab Studios presents. We didn't touch that.
Well, I'm having technical difficulties here tonight in the temporary residence. So I guess there's audio coming through because I'm doing like a hybrid method where I'm running the show controls from my computer, but the Wi-Fi here is not good enough in order for me to actually stream from my computer. So I'm on my phone with a cellular connection, and so forgive any issues tonight with me pushing the buttons.
Not
anyway,
every joke is going to be a
tonight.
funny joke, but we like some of them to be funny. At least some of them. I mean,
I know. I took a whole month off, and I wasn't going to come back until Dave was going to have a good joke, and I thought that tonight was going to be the night.
And here you are.
I'm sorry. I was in great mood. I was great. I was in a great mood. I was looking at all my cryptocurrency at 10:59 on Saturday night, and then I'm sorry, at 10:29 on Saturday Night Live, and then Saturday Night Live started, and all of it just tanked.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
you
he
buy
said
that
it was
bit,
it's a hustle.
No, my crypto went freaking G2 Megatron tanked. Ooh.
Something brawl.
Well, so if you bought at the right time, you like someone else on this podcast here, you would still be up like 600%.
So you have $10 still?
$12.
I see. You don't even follow the really good strategy. I wait for the bubble, and then I buy on the bubble. Because the bubble, if you're on the top of the bubble, you're at the highest point, and that means you win.
Yeah.
Hey, when they reopen Golden Corral, you'll be able to go and have lunch with Joe with $12.
No, it might be
that's $18 in a goddamn Golden Corral.
It's going to be $18 by then anyway.
Not fancy, but it's still food.
The lake trout up around the corner from me, the chicken box has gone from $5 and change to $7 and change. The last time I went there, it's $10. I'm like,
wait a
what
minute,
the heck?
you buy something called a chicken box from a place called Lake Trout?
Hey, you never heard of lake trout sandwiches?
Mm-mm.
That's like buying hamburgers from a place that's known for pancakes.
Or sushi from Walmart.
Oh,
get chicken from my house.
You know, T, if you would reposition that background just slightly, we would think, "Oh my God, he's on location. He's
got a green screen.
He's some dirty back alley. Where is he?"
Still in Baltimore.
In this crazy room that somebody wanted the wall to be green.
So you have an actual green screen there. Do you ever think to take advantage of that?
Yeah.
I thought about it yesterday, but
Henry, take care. Feel better, please. Sorry, I had to give him a. He said he wasn't feeling well.
Pig?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a good dose of Dave's joke, and now his stomach's upset. So he's leaving.
Oh. I thought he hurt his back packing up all those quietnesses.
That could be too.
If you think the first dose of the Dave joke is bad, wait till you get the second dose.
The second's where it hits you, yeah.
Yeah, that second punchline. Yeah.
Is that going to be next Thursday?
No, you have to wait 28 days before the next the really bad second joke.
Now, listen, unless they tell a joke about Johnson, about the Johnson and the Johnson, that's only a one dose punchline, but that'll still kick your ass. Especially if have you been exposed to one of my other jokes before?
No for getting the sushi from the Mexican restaurants. That's a new one. I have seen a Chinese restaurant that they converted into a Mexican restaurant, not in person, but in pictures, where they took the pandas and painted sombreros on them. It's actually...
I got you beat. I saw a Chinese restaurant, a Mexican restaurant that was converted from a KFC, and they gave him a sombrero. They gave the colonel...
Well, that's...
The pandas then repainted with the sombreros. Was that owned by MMC? Because that sounds like one of their repaints that they would do. That they would take a panda and repaint it.
I mean,
put the sombrero on it.
If it was a penguin, wearing a sombrero, I'd be like, okay. But no,
you thought that would be
on Baltimore Street.
I don't see a thing wrong with that.
Nothing else. That is amazing.
I don't know. This all feels a lot like cultural appropriations, and
I think you mean appropriation. Appreciation's a good thing. Appropriation.
I said appropriations.
Hey,
I appreciate a good appropriations.
Yeah.
Speaking of appropriating things, Joe, how you doing? And what did you get?
I'm doing good. Well,
what did you get this month?
For a month. So, but believe it or not, I've only had like a couple things come in. I got Raccoon. He came in 2 weeks ago, I think I got him. Haven't really messed with him a whole lot. And then a few days ago, for some reason, I got two of these things. And I don't know if I got two because I was ordering one from somebody. No one seems to know anything about it. Or if I got two just because I was aspiring to be Kevin Womack and I was going to get 2 or 3 of them.
Did they both come from the same place?
Yeah, in the same box and everything. And I ordered 2. I went back and looked. And I was like, oh yeah, I ordered 2 for some reason. I don't know why, but
it wasn't me because I had zero interest in picking that figure up unless it's gifted for free by a good friend that moved away.
Well, anything's possible. You gotta, maybe if you come down and see that good friend, maybe he'd have a surprise for you.
Maybe.
And I also got one other thing.
God, I hope it's an action figure and not
this came in today. Supposed to come in yesterday, came in today. I'm super excited about this. Good. This is a I think it's 96 scale, 3D printed starship. And, I know some of you may think it kind of looks a little bit like a...
Yeah.
But it's actually a rocket ship. And it's all 3D printed, and it's got a bunch of magnets in it. It's got movable pieces. It's even got little removable engines. It's pretty cool.
You gonna paint it up?
I really like it.
Hey, well,
I know, yes, it does look like.
Oh yeah.
But to each his own.
Do you have any of those little Gundam guys?
What's that?
Do you have any of those little Gundam guys that can fit in there? The Micro Award?
They're too big. I need something that would be close to 1/100 scale. They would be super tiny because this is like. Break this apart real quick. This is the top part. If you can see these little ridges right here, that is equivalent to maybe 10 feet. So
is that ribbed?
It's ribbed for your pleasure,
right?
Because every good should be, But they would have to be really, really small. So if anyone knows a source for 1/100 scale accessories for my, then just let me know.
There
it goes. How's everybody else doing?
Linda Frisk. I was doing that off screen.
Dave, are you giving me a round of applause?
I'm taking my damn hat off for you, which of course takes the camera off me.
Wait, is that the same shirt? Oh no, it's different.
Why the hell was that not the opener?
It's been a busy day.
That was beautiful, boys. That was.
T, how are you and what did you get?
I am great. No effort randomness hurt me whining about not getting this.
Oh,
damn. Yay. Bug bite. I finally got bug bite. It's as exciting as getting your 7th Bucky Cat mold. But with Bumblebee's face even. If you can see that. Which I don't think you can because it looks blurry. Look at my hair. What the heck? Was I looking like that all day? But I picked up from Amazon. It was in a busted box. So they took $5 off the Ultra Magnus.
Did you go pushing the back up a little bit?
Yeah, you have to in order to rotate his waist.
Yeah.
But when you do that, it unlocks his shoulders.
Oh, see, I don't have that issue on mine.
Like it's supposed to stay down so his shoulders can't do the back butterfly. But when you lift it up, it's not a real problem. But yeah, that's probably why you didn't notice that. But
yeah, mine clip in really good.
I found the Dark Voyager on Fortnite. I actually like
that gun looks really cool.
It is. He has another one in there, but this is probably it's like a sniper rifle. But this is definitely going to be the one I keep with him or give to some G.I. Joe. I also found tonight one of the Tingle Warriors. And this box is almost as heavy as the Marvel Legends thing. So it feels like there's a lot of plastic in there. I know he has those big wings. And where is it? Oh. Ram Man, which is super nostalgic because I used to own like 3 of these.
Are we talking about the new He-Man stuff later tonight?
We are.
Okay, good. Never mind then. Good.
I think one Christmas I ended up getting 3 of these because of he must have been the only thing on the shelf. Now I'm looking at this. I'm looking at that. I don't know if his legs can actually do that. I'm looking at them. I hope
open them up.
It looks like he doesn't have any hips.
I think he does.
I hope so. I know he has. I can see the spring action thing, but I don't see any hips at the top. I hope it does because that's the one of the things I always hated as a kid. I feel like there's something else, but the main thing that I've been loving, I got this from Neat's Toys and Collectibles. Yeah, an extra 1,000 toys. Dante and Nero. I jumped on the Nero. He gave me a good price, and I traded him something that he wanted, the redeco of Scarlet. But that's good and clear. Maybe I should have did the other stuff. But
hey, see that Scarlet came in handy after all.
Huh?
I said that Scarlet came in handy after all.
Yeah. But this thing looks awesome. I wish I would have got the Nero after getting him, because I really like this. But stay tuned.
Is he gonna replace the synthetic human?
Oh yeah, definitely. They improved the wrist pegs. I don't know if the wrist would weak on your guys' synthetic human. Like his hand just comes off so easy. But I'm gonna have my review up for this probably tomorrow since it's still uploading right now. and then I'm gonna try. Get off of here. I'm gonna try to shoot the Dante one for Saturday, but I think that's it.
All right, we're competing. We're competing over buttons here. So, Matt, how the hell are you? And did you get anything cool this week?
I'm good. I'm here. I feel like I say that every week, but it continues to be true. Nothing more to elaborate than that. What did I get? Thanks to the great T-Man 978's influence, I got me a Target Aang with this fucking happy ass face. Just look at that. Look how goddamn proud this kid is. Like, he's just holding a stick. He's just super proud.
It looks like he's watching a YouTube React video, and he's the thumbnail.
He is, and this is the also featured in the video to get the likes and the shares to have an animal friend in with it. Got me a super dirt cheap Raptor Delta. So this completes my 4 Raptor set. I'm not getting that Tiger Raptor unless it goes on sale too.
You also got Blue and Charlie?
Yep. Yeah, I paid full price for them though when they came out. I ended up jumping on the Fwoosh had an articulated icon sale, so I ended up jumping on and got the purple one. With some technical difficulties, I ended up pulling the peg in the head clean off. And after some cement and a well-placed nail through his neck, I've reattached it. So there you go. I will say too that I paid $11 plus shipping on this. I think they're full price $30. If I had paid $30 for this, I would have been super mad. So $11 is the best price for these things if you want to get one. Also on a sale, I picked up. I think it was it TF Source had the Unrustables on sale, and I've always wanted one. So it was an unscheduled purchase, but I'm very pleased. As T would say, I'm quite pleased with my purchase. He's super good. His joints were loose as hell. I don't know. His loins were loose. But a little Kiki fixed it right up. Oh, did I mention that the Raptor came with a puddle of piss? Because it did.
So you tightened his loins.
I did. I got no recovery for that.
Kiki.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you have to rub that in, or was it?
No, it came out of the box pretty soft. It just took a little. I don't know. I didn't even have to rub it. Like, it just looked around. It tightened right up. I did what I could.
You didn't have to put any like music, like some soft jazz or something.
It's pretty cheap and easy. I mean, okay. there was not a whole lot of effort. I'm part of the Cool Kids Club now. At least half of the Cool Kids Club. I've got Lady J. This was from GameStop. Her loins are not tight at all. But I haven't even opened her yet, but she looks cool. She just came in the mail today. So there's that. GameStop, I was actually pretty surprised. I ordered it. They shipped it like a day and a half later, which is pretty good for them considering they like to sit on orders for weeks. So I was happy to get that. Don't have to search for it. And then today I got from Big Bad a haul of these fucking Beast boxes. So I ended up getting Stargazer, which is this dude, which I haven't even put into box mode yet. I got the penguins. I got the spider. And I haven't even opened this yet, but I got the Alien Queen, which I'll open while we're going through the show. So this is what I'm really interested in.
Yeah, I want to check that out at some point.
Yep, I will be looking it over here soon. But I love these things. They're super cool. I'm probably going to get more. I mean, shit, I know I've got 6 more on pre-order. So, that's my week and my day so far. So let's take it over to Dave. Dave, how's your armpit?
It's dry.
Thank God.
I feel like I'm in a Dr. Squatch commercial. What'd I get this week? I got my second COVID shot. And so far, so good. Hasn't affected my Wi-Fi though. I'm a little disappointed with that. But
when did you get it?
Tuesday.
Oh, you're good. You're in the clear.
Yeah, I was a little off yesterday, but
who could tell?
Exactly.
I was going to say yesterday.
So yesterday was Wednesday. That was the day after the shot. So therefore, and it's the day before today. So that's why, I was a little spacey, but I don't think I was like, I wasn't like curling up in a corner saying, "Oh God, what am I doing?" I mean, I was still able to go to work, watch wrestling, and if there was a podcast, I even would have been on that yesterday because I'm that kind of dedicated guy. But
I'm not.
Really?
So I actually had a legit reaction to mine.
Well, so did I. Positive.
No, mine was very negative. It put me down. I actually had like a lightheaded feeling like within 2 hours. I had a weird like itchy, throat gonna close, I'm gonna die kind of sensation.
Well, see, the problem
which is
I
not
may have
cool
had that.
when you're sitting in traffic.
I may have had that, but the thing is, I'm in North Carolina, and the amount of pollen going on that could have just been my allergies. So
that was me this morning.
But as far as acquisitions go, it was actually pretty good. I was able to knock a few things off my list. I'm literally just down to one thing right now that I really, really need, and that's still that one Predator that was supposed to be a Walmart exclusive, but I don't know. It's one of the Lost Tribes. But I was able to get the last two of the Mr. Hyde Build-A-Figures. So these were the two I couldn't get, and now I got them. So I'm excited to finally get that stuff on there. This is what I didn't think I was ever going to find, but GameStop all of a sudden just decided to put these out, and I got my J. Jonah Jameson.
Cool. I still don't have him.
So actually, I got the what's her name from TeamAmazon.com, and I got Death Dealer and Jameson from GameStop, and they were running a 20% off special this week, so that was really nice. So I didn't have to pay like the GameStop tax. And then finally, this was my surprise because I made the mistake of watching the first two episodes. I got Crosshairs from the Bad Batch.
Slipping back down that slope, are we?
Dude, have you guys watched the Bad Batch yet?
I haven't watched Clone Wars yet.
I haven't watched it yet.
It doesn't. You don't need to watch Clone Wars to really get the Bad Batch.
But I want to.
Hey Andrew, hey Alyssa. Because actually, of the Bad Batch, this is kind of the only one I really, really, really wanted. So that makes me happy. I want him. I also wouldn't mind getting Hunter and possibly I think just him and Hunter. But this, I was very pleased to get him, and he's looking good. And since you haven't seen the show, if you see the show, you'll know why I really wanted this guy. And yes, Sportimus, as of right now, Crosshair is my favorite Bad Batch character because he's got some good depth to him. And that's pretty much all my acquisitions. Been working through the backlog, setting up more stuff on the shelves, and finally messing around with this guy. And that's about it.
I'm surprised out of all these hauls, no one scored not even like a half gallon of gasoline. No, didn't fill up any spare jerry cans.
But like Maryland isn't that bad as far as the increase has been.
North Carolina had it the worst. It actually statistically had it the worst, and we just started getting some refills today. I mean, I actually passed by when I was leaving for work this morning. I passed by 8 gas stations. All of them had bags over the handles or had zero for the price on there. And when I was driving back today, I was able to refill and at one station, and one of the stations was just getting a tanker truck pulling in, so it's starting to go through.
No hip articulation. He has 2 points on the knees.
Wow.
Nope.
There goes his trooper career.
No, and they don't pull down or anything like that picture.
Then you can do this, and then he puts it again and he jumps like the old toy. The old toy, the legs were connected. It was no motion. He couldn't even bend his knees like this.
You just shove the legs up in there, hit the button, and they pop out.
At least he can move his head now, though. The old toy didn't do that either. And I didn't know their arms were movable.
Does it have tight loins?
Super tight. Too tight. Like a toy guy.
See, it's not just me.
T has that effect.
ExtraZero, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing okay. I'm having some internet issues again. I got to get that figured out before the next show. The Wi-Fi up here doesn't want to work. I talked about it a little bit before the show. Hopefully, I have that sussed out because it's a little annoying. I was actually having it while working today, and so a reboot of the Wi-Fi didn't fix that. So I was hoping to get it figured out, but this weekend I definitely have to. I have been busy all week. I've been working 10-hour days. It's been a little rough. I've also been trying to do house hunting. I actually put in my first offer tonight, so this is pretty promising, and I'm hoping that it goes through. So I put in a pretty aggressive offer too, but I mean the market right now is so interesting. It's really hard to say how it's going to go, but I really like this community. The house has an awesome backyard. The basement is everything I wanted. The only like one thing, the only weird thing about the house, right, is when you go in the backyard and you walk out, and there's like a trail to a creek, and there's like a nature preserve back there. And I like asked the realtor, I was like, so can I walk back there? And I wanted to go to see, like, I grew up around nature, so I'm not like really an outdoorsy guy or a nature boy of any sorts, but like I like having like woods and everything. Woo! And I wanted to see if there's any trash back there, because like when I was a kid, you know, teenagers used to like go in the woods and smoke and drink back there. I was like, yeah, if there's like beer bottles and cigarettes and trash and stuff back here, that's gonna be a potential deal breaker for me. It was clean. It was clean. It was like nice. There was nothing back there. But when I was coming back, I shit you guys not, I found a headstone like right by the fence of the property. And it was a guy that died he was born in 1897 and he died in 1960 something. And then like the wife was born in 1902 and it went to present. And I was like, so I want to know about this. Is this just sitting here, or are there people buried here and one of them's still alive? Because that would make a woman like 119 or 120, depending.
When you said the creek, I was going to ask, was there a body back there? And that confirms it. Yes.
No, that's the story. This place had an awesome basement. Like it had like the one room that they had like the TV and the couches in was like the size of my old basement, like where I had my collection room, and then adjacent to it was a room that was like maybe like 3 times that size. So I was like, I want this house. So I put in my bid. Hopefully it's not haunted. I hate to like find some ghost fucking with my Transformers, but hopefully it's not haunted.
Oh, no.
It's gonna possess your Unicron.
Yeah, right. It'll just like walk around.
Just put cushions at the base of the shelves.
Yeah, and it is hardwood floor down there. So, as far as acquisitions, I didn't get any toys. I did get I love highlighter colors, so I got a electric volt controller from my PC. I can get the Wi-Fi figured out up here. It'll be nice because I have Games Pass on my PC. And I also got Resident Evil 8, which I am on the final boss. And I have to say, there's some silly stuff in the game, but as a whole, I love the game. If you're a fan of the franchise, highly recommend picking it up. And Ethan Winters, like no spoilers, he's a man who was in desperate need of hand insurance. But yeah, that's
you warn us of goofy stuff, and the game's marketing has literally been a 9-foot tall, big-breasted vampire.
You know, I don't want to spoil any of the game. I think it's worth experiencing your own. But the one area where I'm disappointed is she is not the most prominent villain in the game.
Right. I've heard that.
Didn't in the last game, Ethan used to just take his hand, put it on, and just pour some fluid on there, and it just comes back together.
Yeah. They explain how all that worked in this game. Yeah, so you actually figure out the mystery as to like how did that work. So
yeah, Ash Williams needed that.
Oh, it wouldn't have helped Ash. I'll put it there. Yeah. There's some plot holes here and there. Like after you play it, it's Resident Evil, yeah, but still, I don't want to spoil anything major for anybody. There's some people that like play the games and enjoy the stories, but it's Resident Evil. Anyway, before we get into everything, we got some cool stuff to talk about. A lot of official Transformers news tonight. I just want to remind everybody, one, if you're here, thanks for joining us. Make sure you pop into that live chat. We got a lot of cool people in there already. I'm having technical difficulty, so I'm having a little difficulty monitoring the chat, but I'll try and pull up comments as best I can. Also, if you're watching us here, make sure that you kielbasa slam that like button because it really helps us out. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring that notification bell. Also hoping that we can get back to some streams and some bonus content. And also pop into our Teespring store. That's teespring.com. Look at the FAP, please. Teespring.com/FAP_shop_2. We got link in the description down below. So make sure you check that out. And our shirts are some of the most affordable out there for podcasting merchandise. Helps out the show a lot, and you're going to look good doing it. Anyway, let's get into some news. Because again, as I stated, we got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. And I start off with a segment I'd like to call This Week in Repaints. And we've seen these repaints talked about. We got a really good look, and these are up for pre-order already. And that is the Amazon exclusive set for Kingdom Mirage and Beast Mode Grimlock. So there we go, and there they are. And it's funny. I think the set looks great. I've seen a lot of people griping about it, and I feel like the same people are griping about it now. They're going to be paying the late tax on this when it's out.
Yeah, I pre-ordered, but I didn't like the original Grimlock like that, and I still don't like him. So now I got to pay $52 for a Mirage.
I liked Grimlock because I got into Beast. I got into Beast Wars at an interesting time when I was like supposed to be too old for toys. I managed to get Grimlock over Dinobot because I thought, oh well, this is cool. The back of the box alludes to him being the original Grimlock. I also got him at Value City for like $3 back in the day. Yeah,
I think I bought him out of the Toys R Us bin for something for $5 or something. Then I sold it years later.
I know a lot of people were salty about this Mirage though. Mirage, and this, I mean, he appears to be remolded, but
yeah, his arms are completely different.
Yeah, I like the orc on there. The original one was Elf.
I don't think that shoulder cannon connects to his shoulder at all, and they didn't paint it.
Do they have a picture of the port up there at all?
No, from what I can tell, his shoulders are on like some type of mushroom peg. So if it has a port right there, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, they're just giving it to third party to create a clip system. I think Grimlock looks better as a Raptor than Dinobot did.
I'll give it that. Grimlock does look better in alt mode, but God, that head just looks so large.
I like the way the head looks on him. Or are you talking about the dinosaur head?
No, I'm talking about the Grimlock head. It's
I think this looks awesome.
It's a good skull. I don't know. It just
it
does take care. It does take care of one of my major gripes about the shoulders being white, painted properly. So when he's in Dino mode, there's some color continuity to it.
Yeah,
but
I mean, on the topic of color continuity, I wish the legs were cohesive. That's my gripe with it. It's like the feet, like the white stripes in this. It's like either make them a solid color or don't.
Yeah, I don't like all that bronze.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be missing it from my collection. I hope you guys enjoy it. I can't tell if that's supposed to be a double entendre or not, with the mounting the missile.
Yeah. Now, in the chat, getting a lot of
get a lot of no's from them.
A lot of no's.
I'm with them. I am with the dog pack. Them my dogs. We gonna have.
We hate them. We hate them next. Let's get to the next one. They're ugly.
Yeah. But do they have an alibi? All right. Well, let's get into some more generation stuff here. Next up, Crimson Reviews. Again, he's here to dethrone Prime versus Prime and Tauntaun, and he has an in-hand look at Kingdom Tracks. And I gotta say, this figure is looking really, really good.
You can't dethrone that amount of enthusiasm. I don't like that the legs don't tab together well.
Yeah, I'm not as high on the alt mode on the robot mode as I used to be. After watching that review, it's the bottom half of the robot's a little dicey.
It's still no it's no Cyclonus, but
what is?
Yeah.
I like the car mode.
Car mode's awesome.
Car mode looks great, and I love the fact that they actually managed to make. We knew this was happening, that he's gonna have the wings in here.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched the review.
Too.
Yeah, for all that it does, it is a very clean underside. It looks very akin to the Masterpiece.
Did the Masterpiece have tail fins in his flight mode?
Yeah. I know because I transformed them a couple weeks ago. I transformed 3 of them. I transformed Loud Pedal, Tracks, and Road Rage.
I'm still gonna get him. Don't get me wrong, but
it's way better than the Reveal the Shield one. Turbo Tracks.
Yeah. It's the Sunstreaker.
Damn yellow.
Yeah.
And then it's upstaged immediately by that Bumblebee that's damn near perfect.
Sunstreaker is a figure that definitely needs the Netflix treatment. Like, he needs the, he needs paint.
I mean, we say that. I would rather to just, do it right the first fucking time. So waiting for a re-release of a repaint of a figure. Like, how about y'all just don't fuck it up the first time?
I'm with Matt.
I mean, you would hope that for every release, one and done.
I'm just not mad at that. Does everybody's copy have this little one corner that doesn't want to sit down?
Yes. Some transformations can get a little more flush than others, but it is a bit of a chore.
Mine didn't. But my I think it's my what's the red one? Spin Out. He has it.
Even Deluxe that heat.
That's why I highlighted this comment, because he pulled out the 2021 vernacular there. He's one of the cool kids. I just learned what that meant a few months ago from my kid. I'd never yeeted anything before.
My main thing I have a problem with, and you can definitely see it in that picture, is how the yellows don't match. But Tracks looks great or okay enough to get a purchase.
Yeah, and it's cohesive paint. It looks. I mean, yeah, it's definitely. It's just those legs panels don't pin into anything or tab in or anything. They're just.
They'll
loose.
probably make a road rage or loud pedal for the select to get some remold use out of it.
Well, we know,
and he's definitely a shell former.
Oh, they might come in the same box, just like the repaint for this guy
and the Seekers.
That would actually be a smart idea. Have it come in as a versus set. But yeah, I think he looks good. I still have to watch the review, but I think it looks good. Especially the fact that they worked in the faux chest, I think is pretty cool.
And the blues look good. All the blues are cohesive.
Yeah, it's cohesive.
Yeah. Next.
Very cohesive. Next up, figure we've already seen, but we get some new photos and some pictures of the weapon storage. And these are official in-hand photos from the card Tommy. We get a look at Rodimus Prime and showing off some of his articulation. I don't recall there being orange on the spoiler before. We look at that, how the rifle is going to store on here. Still upset that that some of the paint's been tweaked, but we're getting unpainted rims. I really wish that instead of the sword accessory, we could have just got an extra piece of plastic here to clip on to give them actual hubcaps. You can store the sword. Yeah, I think it's probably more for the Nemesis repaint that they're inevitably going to do. If you look at him,
nice hand.
And those are very big hands.
Yeah, you know what they say about big hands.
It's a bitch to find gloves.
Big sword.
Big spoiler.
Big gun.
It's super compensating for something.
And I believe, that was what did they highlight here? Okay, they already included these. This is supposed to be the Sword of Primus, so I'm guessing this will probably be some pivotal plot point in the cartoon when that hits, or not. You never know.
Or not.
And there's been other in-hand pictures of this guy, so I would not be shocked to see a review pop up soon.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet it'll be soon. News hit today that in Australia, Galvatron has already hit shelves at Toyco, which is one of their local toy shops, like chain toy stores. So we shall see.
Just like another character, I don't know if we're going to be talking about.
What's that?
Blood. He showed
Blood.
up at Target.
Yeah. No luck. Hopefully I'll be able to go take a look at some point this weekend, tomorrow. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think, what is it supposed to be, like 6 to a store again?
I'm thinking of 2.
2? Jesus.
2 Major Blood, 2 Firefly, and 2 Cobra Vipers.
But again, I saw someone reporting that there is a box quantity of Bloods, 6 to a box. So I don't know which is true, but I've seen pictures of them all in a box together.
Yeah, I saw that. But I think that may be overseas and not here.
No.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're going to do a 1 case assortment with the 3 characters, and then when they run out, they'll just have all 6 Major Blood.
Man, us Americans don't get anything good.
If Pulse said Pulse Premium members are guaranteed their shot at store exclusives, like they wouldn't sell out instantly, I think they'd see far more people sign up for the membership. Because I would pay the $50 just to avoid the headache.
Well, don't they do that? Or don't they get first crack at the stock?
Yes, you get the first 30 seconds, and you're able to sell them, and that's why you sell out.
Exactly. And it's got to be more than 30 seconds. Like the way this stuff's selling, it's like, come on, you'll sell the inventory. Don't,
dude. It's sold out in less. Those pulse that last drop sold out in less than a minute.
Yeah.
Picard told me has decided to take the Netflix thing to the real next level and get better Netflix decos than Netflix got.
Yeah, we covered this one last week, but some official shots came up, like blurry, as well as some pricing and the release dates. So we got some blurry shots. They're start coming out in October, and they're going to release monthly. There's supposed to be a total of 12 characters released. Bumblebee is going to be 38, and Prime is going to be 58. Probably 40 and 60 respectively. And really they're not saying where they're going to pull these from, whether they're going to be from, Siege, the Studio series, or other lines with better paint decos. I like this Optimus. He's not worth $60 to me when I own that, I already own so many of them, but I think this looks great. If I didn't have the Netflix one that came out, I probably would think about that. Bumblebee looks like a good attempt, but like you can't hide the clip-on wheels, and this is just a completely inaccurate mold in the movie.
All right,
but I do like in the comparison shot here. I mean, this is pretty cool that they brought that much more detail in. I really like when the screen he's got going on. And with Bumblebee, they highlighted the eyes, but again, it's
these would be impulse clearance purchases for me. But since they're overseas, they're never going to be those.
They kind of give it a teaser here of what else is going to be in the line. I'm sure somebody with Photoshop will have a kind of do some sleuthing to see. What's he getting in there? Yeah. Interesting too that they've got him fighting this like tan colored seeker.
Well, that's a generic drone to kill.
Yeah. But yeah.
Isn't he one of the Rust robots?
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll probably see Shatter and Dropkick in there. I would be more than willing to bet we'll see Shatter, Dropkick, Blitzwing, kind of some usual suspects in here. Probably Megatron from Siege. Yeah.
Another Siege Megatron.
Yeah. Yeah, that was exciting, but hey, it's cool that Takara is, they haven't given up on doing, premium decos. I think, like I said last week, when they aligned from Takara for the War for Cybertron trilogy, they were probably like, we miss painting mainline figures. Next up, we got a figure that should be hitting very soon. We get a good look at this figure. This was from Prime versus Prime's video review. I didn't see this, so we get a good look at the red Starscream, which this looks okay. Starscream fans are probably.
Did anyone else watch it?
I have not yet.
He was lukewarm on it, but I was shocked that I was like, he's finally lukewarm on something, but I was like, that looks like the best one they've ever made so far. Especially in these poses he's doing. I'm like, the posability looks good enough for me.
That's a soft goods cape.
That's a soft goods cape.
Soft goods.
That's a tissue cape.
Well,
look at that shit.
Well, he's also got studio lighting on it.
I don't know if they're going to have pictures, but he put the cape at a better angle. That's probably the correct angle.
That's not a bad looking figure, I'll tell you.
No.
Painted well.
Oh, that face is not for me.
Huge.
Yeah.
It's not going to.
He didn't like it. It looks cartoony.
Yeah.
Does it though? It's a little more Jay Leno than. Doesn't it have a big chin? Look at that.
I'm the new leader of the Decepticons.
Yep.
Come on.
But you have to take the cockpit off to get that super ab crunch. And the hip shouldn't get in the way as much as the other characters, looking at how they sculpted it.
And my wife Mavis had to take my cockpit off for me to get.
You said he's got a review for this guy?
Yeah, I watched it.
I'll have to watch it.
Blast effects in here.
And the blast effects are that right there. How he has the wings from the front, you can actually see the cape more.
I might actually pick this guy up.
If only the 3.0 one just came with a soft goods coordination cape, I think that would be.
This is the problem when you put them next to Megatron.
Wow.
Well, since it's almost the same height as that, you might be able to skip the leader class version of Starscream. Unless the leader class is not that mold. If it's not that mold, I'll buy it.
I almost wonder if you could put those shoulder pads onto the Kingdom Starscream.
I was about to ask that myself. That would be like a way for them to just say, "Oh, hey, we've already made the parts."
I don't have the red figure has peg holes in the back of his arm to accommodate the shoulder pads and keep the cape on. I don't think the Earthrise one has peg holes in the back of his arm. But good. When I see it, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah. All right. Well, next up, we got some masterpiece stuff to talk about. We'll get the boring ones out of the way first. First up, actually, no, wait. You know what? Before we get into the MPs, I want to talk about the Flames Toys Optimus Primal. So, Flames Toys, they have their. Wait a minute. That's not what I'm looking for. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. They have a budget line called the Furai Action Line. It's a fully assembled figure. And, of course, it's stylized. So this is not going to be a model kit. I don't have pricing on this either. But we get a good look at this figure coming very soon. And I
think it's over $100.
That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, as long as it's not model kit quality plastic. Doesn't look like there's any electronics in this either. But it doesn't look like he has articulate hands.
That G1 Optimus had way better plastic than any of them.
It did. Yeah. I like this stylized mutant head a lot. I'm going to be honest.
I didn't see these pictures yesterday when I was on Sony's channel. Those pictures make him look way better than what I saw.
And of course, we get the swords with him too. I would like it if he had the mace, but hey.
He looks like a combination of Optimus Primal, Gundam Heavy Arms, and Gundam Sandrock with those swords.
Yeah, especially with those swords. If he had a cloak, I mean, done deal.
Take Starscream's cloak.
Exactly.
Next up, yeah, you could probably see something like that, something beige. So next up, we get new look at the Masterpiece movie, Bumblebee movie, Optimus Prime. We've seen this one before. I'm assuming this figure is going to be out relatively soon. Interesting to note, it looks like he's got light piping. And actually, it doesn't just look like. He's definitely got light piping, which is very strange to me. He'd have like a prominent light piped head. They've done a really good job in the movie series otherwise hiding the light piping or just going out and having electronics. I still don't like these little corners on the truck mode, but the more I see of it, the less it bothers me. But
I pre-ordered,
I guess,
but I have a feeling he's going to show up in Ross.
There is a pre-order on the app. Or did you pre-order
the little winglets on the alt mode are almost a deal breaker.
Yeah. What gets me is
they
that
try
like
to take the picture at an angle where you don't see it.
hide it. What gets me is that there's little core pieces like that on Masterpiece Ratchet's legs, and at first I thought they didn't move, and yet they're actually hinged. It just seems so strange to me on like a prominent character like Optimus Prime. You know they're going to do a Nemesis repaint of this. You know they're probably going to do a Shattered Glass repaint of this. It's not going to be a one and done. They'll probably even repackage it with trailer at some point and do all kinds of decos. For a figure like this that they're going to use, you would think that they would put a little bit more money into it, especially like when his accessories amount to a gun and matrix. You know, also they could have, and I know we've talked about it before, they could have made these smokestacks move accurate, just had them flip. You push the curved part in, and then a straight part comes out at the bottom, and you flip it around.
I can't believe they, since it's Hasbro, they don't want it to go over a certain price, because that's what they've been doing with the other figures. So whatever corner they can cut, they've been cutting it.
Personally, I think this thing looks pretty bad.
It's a pass for me, Doug.
I'm gonna get it, but I have grapes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's get into something a little bit more exciting. We heard about the Raiden project a long time ago, back when Zeta announced that they were going to do a combining Masterpiece scaled Raiden. And we get just a quick update, the first real update since 2019. And this is a sketch of Shuki, who's one of the train bots, and it just kind of shows the engineering of some of the engineering of the figure. Again, you know, I'll be curious to see if and when we get a look at this in like a prototype form. But at least they're kind of breaking the silence on the set. Raiden is, I believe, made up of 6 train bots, and I'd be really curious to see if and when they put those out. And I guess the next picture kind of spoiled what else came out. Takara Tomy actually has a prototype of a Masterpiece scaled Skyfire. This one just kind of came out of the blue. Interesting that it's shown with MP10, so has this been in the works for a while? Kind of hard. Yeah.
Did anybody translate what that says? Like, hey, look at what we were thinking about, but we scrapped it, and let fans do it.
No, man, they grabbed one of those Cronus ones and they just re-engineered that.
That looks like an awfully early prototype, though. Like, it's not. Yeah. I don't think should maybe be too harsh a judgment passed on this thing just yet, because it seems like it's they need to do a couple more passes on it. So I would reserve judgment.
Well, sure. You know, I think that engineering on a figure like this he'd be a simpler transformation. But what worries me is, how in the world do you do you price that this day and age?
Well, they have to be pretty goddamn careful, because their pricing has been of question lately. So
yeah,
if it's simple, I'm betting that it's $300.
I don't know about that. I mean, if it's simple, they're still gonna.
That's not even as tall as Phoenix, is it?
I think it is.
Because I think Phoenix is taller than that compared to MP10. That looks like it's the same height as the Commander class. And they probably moved all of that tech over to the Commander class.
I can see that. I absolutely can see that. Especially with how the arms, those arms are.
Yeah.
The shoulders, that's that Commander class shoulders.
Well, I hope they show more of what they changed or a better picture of it. But I kind of am not interested now that I just finally bought Phoenix.
Same. I mean, I've had Phoenix for a while, but it's just one of those deals where it's like why spend an absurd amount of money to repurchase something that you're already happy with, and that the official version would probably be inferior by comparison.
This is coming from the man who has how many Optimus Primes?
Too many. But
ExtraZero is obligated to buy it, so we'll get to see it in person.
I'll say this is that I think that the Fans Toys Hound is better than the Takara Hound in just about every measure, and I really like the Takara Hound. But the Fans Toys Hound has been out for a very long time. I just think it's built better, it transforms better, it has better presence. It's actually the inverse of where things used to be, where it's far more fun to handle, mess with, and transform than the Takara one. Takara one, you're sweating bullets and trying not to break anything. I think the thing that, and I've said it a billion times, I'm a dead horse here. Even though Masterpiece are supposed to be, a collector's item, they still should be fun.
I guess, yeah. Like, well, I've been saying, I'm thinking about just getting all out of MP altogether, but that's just me.
You said even though Masterpiece is supposed to be a collector's item, you kind of broke up, I think.
Oh, I said even though it's supposed, and sorry, internet and all, even though it's supposed to be an adult collectible, it still should be fun. It shouldn't be like sweating bullets and worried about chipping paint, and they shouldn't be painting joints. I'm sorry, I run into people who told me that no joints, it's okay to paint joints. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. I will not allow you to hold that opinion. You are wrong. A joint should never be painted. Something that moves should never be painted. If you tell people, no, soak it in hot water, I'm going to tell you to fuck right off.
Right. I don't think none of that will work with NECA figures.
Yeah.
The soap will take the paint right off.
Right. A NECA figure is also $20. You spend $300 for something, and you're expected to do all these little household hacker things in order to move an arm without damaging a product you spent a lot of money for. I'm sorry. Don't make excuses for these people.
Mm-hmm.
So, and but we'll move on. We've got one piece of third-party news, and it's a small one. It looks like DA Design is dropping a couple new, just small kits on us for Fort Max and Grand Max, and that's this cool-looking rifle. So if you don't have a weapon for your Fort Max, and I really hope that they go and reissue their add-on kits, because I'd like to get the torso blasters for them, and I still would like to have a sword on mine. But I also like the fact
that and the ankle pivot.
Yeah, they should reissue all those. I'm sure there's still a lot of people that just were late on getting them.
I do like that rifle.
I wish I bought a ton of add-on kits, and I just couldn't do it for whatever reason.
Because it's weird spending like $450 on an add-on kit for a figure, and it's like it's a fraction of its original price, like a large fraction of it.
Now, does this gun work with his regular hands or just those add-on kit hands?
I'm glad you asked. It actually works with the original hands, which I think is a pretty awesome move. And I think they did that so it would work with the official sword as well. So you're not obligated to upgrade the hands. All right, now let's get into some non-Transformer stuff. I guess we'll start out with some new listings for Power Rangers.
Power Ranger. Meow, 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 meow.
So I'm not really sure what these listings equate to. It looks like we're getting a new helmet from the MMPR collection. It just says Elsie. PRG, DLC, A Squad Neptune, A Squad Mercury. So we're getting these code ones. But
well, the A Squads are from SPD. A Squad was basically another team of Power Rangers that ended up going traitor, which was kind of cool.
Has there ever been toys for the Alien Rangers?
Yes and no. In Japan, that the Alien Rangers were a whole different Sentai team unto itself.
Oh.
But no, officially in the US, I think they had unmorphed Alien Rangers.
And because when I bought the Tango Warrior, the cashier was a super fan of Power Rangers, which the people waiting in line behind me did not like. They're like,
I'm envious you got that Tango Warrior though.
I could have sworn I didn't watch every episode. That was around the time I was falling off in 12th grade. But didn't they make an appearance on the show, the Zeo show?
Yeah, well, the Tango Warriors were actually an original. They were original. They were original for the Mighty Morphin, because regular Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with the dinosaur Megazord, that was a Japanese show called Jew Ranger. Mm-hmm. Then the Thunderzords were Die Ranger, and they actually had totally different uniforms. So that's why they came out with the Zed Super Putties for them to fight, and that was all American footage. And then Zeo was O Ranger, and Ninja was Herica Ranger, I believe. And again, Herica Ranger was actually the Alien Rangers, believe it or not. That's like, if you watch Herica Ranger, that's what the Alien Rangers were. Oh. And again, they fought their own mooks, but they couldn't use those because they wanted to have the original Mighty Morphin suits fight, so that's why they came out with the Tango Warriors.
Yeah, but so they were on at least one episode of the show.
The Tango Warriors were on every episode of Ninja Range of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Even he told me they were never on there. I was like, unless
they were never in Japan.
Right.
Because the White Ranger wasn't. The White Ranger.
Well, the White Ranger. Okay, the White Tiger Ranger was actually that was the Die Ranger costume.
Die Ranger. When I saw the Die Rangers costumes, I was like, I wish they would have gave us that.
Oh, absolutely! The Die Ranger costumes are gorgeous.
But
and then
helmets and tangles, if you're lucky, you found today.
I've only ever seen the helmets in GameStop. I'm surprised that they haven't like at Target.
Target has no leniency for things lingering around.
I mean, if you really want it, you should just be going to Nate's Toys and Collectibles, your number one choice for
Wait, does he sell a helmet?
I think he does. I know Nightwing mentioned he was buying a helmet from Nate. So,
no. Well, there you go. Nate's Toys and Collectibles. We have a link in the description.
We do. That's true.
I was able to get this awesome figure once again from him. And this is my favorite figure probably of the year.
I'm jealous.
I am too. I kind of want to see Nero as well, because I'm sure the Cybernetic.
You're going to make me play some Devil May Cry 5 tonight, aren't you?
Probably.
I need to play it again. I got to start from scratch.
Get the PS5 version.
Will they automatically upgrade me if I put the disc in there?
No, they don't do that.
Well, that sucks.
It does have one of the best video game theme songs ever, though, with Devil Trigger.
Yeah. I was listening to that today, and my favorite one still is Devil Never Cry.
Ooh, look, a gecko.
Yeah, so it looks like this set will. I honestly won't be shocked if in the next 2 weekends we see this show up at Target. But
Oh, that other guy in that box with him looks like that annoying thing that kills you with one hit on Final Fantasy. I hate him.
Oh, the Tonberry, yeah.
Yeah, I hate him.
So yeah, Mondo Gecko and Kurma. I will probably pass on this. I had the toy when I was a kid. I like the skateboard. I think this one's being sold at a lower price point, though. I think this is a $30 price point.
You should probably get the Super 7 versions.
That thought's crossed my mind, but I don't want to go too far down a rabbit hole. I am getting Muckman. That one is definite for me. But I also don't remember Mondo Gecko on the cartoon much.
Me either. I remember the name more than anything else.
Yeah, it's like the Four Frogs. Like I'm passing on them. I passed on all the Triceratons, even though I wanted the one that came with Roadkill Rodney, but I still passed on it.
With everything I collect, I like all of these. They look awesome, and it's awesome that some company is finally able to put out good-looking '80s turtles. But I mostly just wanted the original of the main cast, and then I jumped the ship.
Hey, Daniel, you better wear that shirt tonight. It might help you get a little extra lucky. You never know.
You want something?
They don't make the Dave shirt anymore. All right, and T, it's funny you should mention the Super 7 Turtles. Because if anybody missed out on those, they are actually reissuing those Ultimates. So, it's interesting they're marketing Raphael as a V2 here. I didn't realize that there were any running changes.
Oh, I'm waiting for the fans' toys.
Listen, it's a good time. If you are a Turtles fan, you have so many options. I am happy for you. I am.
Yes, even Best Action. I'm going to get the Best Action Turtles if I can find all four at once. That would be up.
All I need to do is find the Revoltech Leonardo, and I'll be happy for a non-insane price.
Did you see when PR was selling all of them?
Huh?
No, I didn't.
I was able to get all three Revoltech Turtles for trading in my old fans project Dinobots. I traded them in. I still think I got the better deal.
Well, by comparison, the Revoltech Turtles are actually still holding their value.
Exactly. Yeah. God, I wanted to love that project.
I might have to sneak them out of Kevin's house. He had all four of them in a box on the shelf. I was like,
so what's
take
next?
my back.
It's like that. It's going to be like that scene in Indiana Jones where T will be there with like a bean bag, and he'll be like trying to spit out.
He'll notice in 2 years. But what else?
Yeah, just real quick. These Turtles, the reissue, it's supposed to hit January 2022. So a little bit away. So anybody interested in these, save your money if you want. Maybe some time. Next up,
we got for pre-orders.
We got another one. This one's from Friday the 13th, Part 7. Which is
Buying
one you don't really hear about. Yeah, this Jason Voorhees Ultimate figure, and this looks pretty good.
Great need, absolutely need.
Sure, Deluxe is probably really excited about this one too.
I
wish they had
them through the pictures.
I wish they had a close up on the head that's here.
Does it have holes? Those holes can accommodate those weapons to be stuck in his body?
It wouldn't shock me if he did.
Just again, hit it with a hairdryer. You need to hit it with a hairdryer.
Like I don't, I guess, a little tangent here. I don't hate for what NECA's price point is and the amount of paint detail that's there. I full disclaimer, I don't get so upset. Like I'm saying, like, running something under hot water or a hairdryer. That's me talking about a $100.
I've had to do that for some Marvel Legends. Okay, so.
Like Hasbro projects, or products, I wish they had a little bit more, QC, because like I want those to fall in the hands of kids. So new collectors pop up. You don't want someone to go like some kid to go like I don't buy these because they always break. But in NECA figures, they're display pieces and they're,
I saw somebody.
I got a space on my shelf just for him already. I got my Friday 13th Part 3. I've got my Jason versus Freddy and this one. These are the ones I need.
Somebody's complaining that their Lady J's knee, the lower knee, was stuck. They didn't know what to do.
Stick her in the freezer for an hour for overnight.
You ought to do a collaboration video with like Matt Book or somebody. Like I don't know if you've ever seen the Household Hacker videos. Just a whole thing of like action figure fixes.
Yep.
Well, hairdryer is what I go to first, but sometimes the hairdryer will not work. And then if you freeze it, it actually works too, because it'll make those weak parts of the paint brittle and it pops like that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about maintaining erection.
What?
Matt,
he is too.
Matt Booker is one of my army of Matt friends. He helped me a long time ago. When I ordered alternators Mirage from Toy Wiz, and it didn't come with the gun engine. And I told them that. They made me pay to ship it back to them. And then when they got it, they're like, oh, it's not broke or whatever. And then they shipped me back the toy with the gun missing. And I'm like, Jesus. Why did you send me the same toy back? I explained to you. Why would you make me do that? But Matt, he had another one, and he was able to trade my figure in with his receipt or something like that. So that helped me out. Oh, did you open Lady J, Matt?
Not yet. No, I've been quiet because I've been learning the Alien Queen.
No.
She Ripley was right. She's a bitch. But I got it. I do have a stress mark though out of the box, so I got to be careful with it. It's on the tail, unfortunately, which is the one place that I don't want it. But it's not so bad.
That's the tail, man.
I know. Hit it with a hairdryer.
That you guys just keep saying that.
I felt like it needed to be said once more. Masters of the Universe Revelation, the Netflix series. These figures are supposed to hit shelves on June 15th. And I'm glad I've passed on those Ultimates because this is the He-Man and Skeletor that I want. I don't think we've got a good look at Battle Cat until now. And
yeah, he's only new, and he has a lot more joints than the big ones.
Yeah,
the Origins ones.
I like the Cringer face underneath. I think that looks awesome. I just hope that the saddle is easy to take on, because if that's all soft, rubbery, and plastic, and it doesn't, I mean, it looks like there's pieces here that just clip. But
did we get a trailer with this, or was it just information?
Just stills.
Just stills. Okay.
Yeah.
We saw that all those women
double jointed elbows on her.
Yeah.
And are they pinless?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. They're stealing Hasbro already.
I don't think they showed her having like an unhelmeted head before.
Oh, so they did.
They did.
When in the first horrible pictures, I couldn't tell whether she was a male or female because all the females have buff arms.
I have spent decades dodging Masters of the Universe figures. God damn, these look good.
Yeah.
Even that one for those Four Horsemen one that looked absolutely amazing. You know.
Certain Games Go even says that's going to be cringer for his Masters of the Universe class. That's it. I can see people mixing and matching some of these.
These remind me of better versions of the ones from the early 2000s.
Oh, 100%.
Well, those are the precursor to Mythic Legions, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, look, alternate hands even.
Yeah, alternate hands, pinless joints. He's got sword and shield.
I didn't even know all of them have pinless joints. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that Alan Oppenheimer is voicing Mossman?
That's kind of weird.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is Tila.
Really?
Wow.
And Mark Hamill's Skeletor.
Yes.
God dang, these look good.
Well, all those Mythic Legion people are going to be buying these.
Yeah.
It looks like just from the stills that I saw from this, it looks like they were like, let's take the Thundercats thing we tried to do and not do anything the same at all. Like, let's change every single thing from that Thundercats Go show or whatever the fuck it was called.
Oh,
you mean
what happened to that?
They aired 1 or 2 episodes and then decided not to air anymore.
No, they aired the first episode and just canceled it half before the first commercial break.
That's probably very accurate.
So this
I never knew it came up.
Dave, I'm not sure if you're kidding or not.
You know what? That's the story I'd like to believe. But god dang, these look good.
Yeah, they do.
This just looks like a
Look,
mashup
the ab
of Emo
crunch.
and Skeletor.
I mean, as long as the plastic's not crap. Effect pieces.
Well, this one looks like a deluxe figure. I know the base ones are the MSRP. I think is $25, which I think is fair.
Yeah, for their size and stuff they come with.
T-Man, everything you said, you would say you would buy a Marvel Legend. You'd pay $5 more for Marvel Legend if it came with X, Y, and Z, and those are coming with the X, Y, and Z. You got the paints. You got look at the dry brushing on the on his abs.
And this is a soft goods cape too. If you look close, double jointed elbows. I mean, armor's probably gonna get in the way, but
that doesn't matter. I don't get double jointed elbows on an oversized Thor.
Right. But did y'all notice this appears to be like Skeletor got a hold of the Sword of Power?
Oh yeah. Well, come on. Kevin Smith is writing this, so a geek is writing it.
Oh yeah.
This has a recipe for being a decent show. So I hope. I mean, I'm not the biggest Masters of the Universe fan, but I enjoy it, and I want to enjoy this.
Well, I'm thinking this is going to be like how the Voltron was. A show that, if you try rewatching Voltron, God, it's painful. You try watching He-Man, oh, good. This is the show we wanted it to actually remember.
Well, right, and then you take the first few seasons of the Voltron Netflix show, and you've got yourself an excellent show. And then people have feel a certain kind of way with how it ended. But that aside, it was still a decent show. And then I guess Castlevania just came out today, and that as well is a good show. So
I only have one dumb gripe about the Voltron ending, but that's me.
The 2000 Masters of the Universe was a really good show. And the voice acting on it was great, too. They had a lot of the Ocean voice actors. They had, like Gary Chalk, and I think Dave Kay was there. We got Scott McNeil.
Did you say King K. Rool? King K. Rool?
No, I said, am I breaking up?
Well, a little bit.
I'm hoping that this show lasts. They're able to do things like Hordak and the Snake and the Snake King.
From the sound of it, it's going to be one story. and then it's going to be over, I guess, unless they get renewed or something.
Well, I'm okay with that. Plan for limited run, and then if you get more, great.
Yeah. They said it was a continuation of the Filmation cartoon, so it's.
I don't know how much I believe that. I think they're going because these characters are a drastic departure. I mean, the artwork on the original show looked kind of good like this.
They stylistically they look a lot like the 2000 reboot.
Yes. It might be some type of continuation. I think they're just gonna have the same personalities for the most part. I know Taylor and all of them are gonna be updated. And I saw they have some random they have a black female character. That's neat.
I'm definitely going to watch the show, and I'm not opposed to picking up at least a few figures from this if it's good.
I'm going to get the main cast members out. Probably not going to be getting Super Skeletor or whatever his name.
I want the Skelegod. I want He-Man, Skeletor, and Skelegod.
I mean, that Moss Man, because look at that effect arm is pretty cool for him.
I just seen a clip. I had no idea that Evelyn ever took that helmet off. But I saw a clip where she took it off and she had her hair was about as long as mine and it was all white.
I'm hoping for characters like Trapjaw.
I know Beastman is in there.
Oh yeah. Well, Beastman will be a real easy repaint from Moss Man.
Yeah.
Change the feet.
It looks like the loincloth pieces are very similar.
I was watching there's this guy on YouTube, God, I'm blank on it. He actually worked on Masters of the Universe. And he was talking about how the different retools worked on that show. Like they only had 3 sets of legs. Boots, lizard feet, and bear feet.
Yep.
And usually all the villains had the lizard feet to make them look a little more monstrous.
I'm thinking all of these can switch arms, and that's why these pop up.
But I'm gonna have to I'm at least getting He-Man, Skeletor. I know I'm doing it.
Did anybody have Modulac back in the day?
I always wanted that as a kid.
Yeah, I had him, and man, that was a cool figure.
All right, what's next?
All right, next up, we've got some SECC figures coming. We got the Crow.
I was about to say Michael Jackson.
No. So, the Crow is dead and he's walking. Michael Jackson's dead and he's moonwalking.
So yeah, this is looking for a cool.
Sorry, Matt.
A cool piece. I think this is probably one of the better looking Crow figures thus far. No pricing on it, but it is up for pre-order. You can go over. It's Diamond Select. Pre-orders have sold out on BBTS. Entertainment Earth still have it.
I'll probably Mezco's the one.
Wait, is this just a statue?
No, it's got 16 POA. It's a Diamond Select figure.
I don't even know why I'm asking. I'm not buying that.
That chair looks cool though.
Yeah, the chair is very nice. I'll get it if it was $10.
Yeah.
Throw the figure in the trash and keep the chair.
Well, we'll cover a couple more here. Next up, we get a deluxe version of Mandarin Spawn, and I passed on the original Mandarin Spawn.
Pre-ordered.
Yeah. This looks good.
I pre-ordered it. I mean,
do those legs suck?
No. And Todd addressed a lot of the criticisms of, I don't know if you watched the video, but he addressed a lot of the criticisms about the original Mandarin Spawns. Like he was talking about the limited paint, how it's only painted pretty much on the front side. The back side is only got little touch of paints. This guy is painted 360. You get the additional weapons, the remolded helmet. Yeah, I mean, I pre-ordered it. I see where the money is on this.
Yeah.
What makes me happy about this? I see that they're willing to do a deluxe set.
Yeah.
Now, why won't they give me a commando spawn like that? I don't need that 12-inch statue.
I want them to do some deluxe Mortal Kombat figures, like Sub-Zero. I mean, the weapons that Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 11 came with were pathetic. And I think if they were to go back and do a deluxe Sub-Zero ice effects, I think they would be popular.
They need to redo all of them, but they're just they're going to cheap route and repaint them. They need to make all of them again with
in a
the
scale
material that in scale with the material that the Battle Sister has, so that you can actually articulate the torso and like make it deluxe. Throw in some actual like ice shooting hands and all that other stuff. Fists,
yes,
instead of just gun trigger hand. Maybe another face.
Well, but I got this one. I also ordered the bloody noob Cybot, so I can pair it with my other noob Cybot, so I can have shadows.
I'm sure they'll do the deluxe set there for noob.
Oh God,
I mean, you know what'd be great?
That they would do a 2-pack for noobs. That would make perfect sense.
They should have.
What would be great is if for their Mortal Kombat stuff they did like fatality packs for their deluxe, so you had like the fatality effects.
That would be awesome.
Like
Storm
Collectibles. Yeah, Storm Collectibles does that.
Oh yeah, Storm Collectibles are also $80 to $100 a figure.
Right, and that's what I'm getting at. If they were to hit that $30 price point, you know, and stylistically, Mortal Kombat and Storm Collectibles is kind of now really going for like Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. You know, what they're doing Mortal Kombat 11, that's like the modern, you know, NetherRealm trilogy of figures or of designs. So it's like stylistically they're so different, but you can get whatever you want. I think it'd be cool for fans to have that option where they can, you know, have those sort of effects pieces for their modern style figures. For me, you know, I want the Storm Collectibles. Those are more how I want like iconic representations of Mortal Kombat characters. But yeah, I'd pick up some if they did, you know, like a Scorpion with like, you know, skull head and flames.
And again, there's pros and cons to both. I mean, I like having a lot of accessories, but do I have them on display with all the accessories? Not as much. So I mean, just saying, when I buy a $20 figure from McFarlane, that's on my shelf, and it's pretty much with all the stuff I took out. So
options is the options until you want to make another picture with them. One of their options. What else we got?
One more thing on the docket, and this is one we looked at in our chat earlier this week, but they dropped on us this Infinity Saga Thanos, Tony Stark, and Odin.
I don't think I pre-ordered that.
It's already sold out.
Yeah.
I was at work. I didn't get a chance to hit the buttons. And
I want it, but I'm like, is it really just going to be, am I really going to like it? Or it's going to be something in the pile of Marvel Legends I got?
Look at the Tony Stark face sculpt.
Yeah, both of those look awesome. And they come with the bottom neck. They thought about that. That is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that is easily what's going to be on the head of my Iron Man display. That looks good.
It looks like the art reactor is glowing.
And I'm wondering if the snap finger, if I can put that on the Smart Hulk.
Well, I still got that snap finger. I mean, well, not the snap finger. I know what you mean.
It's funny that we're at a point where Hasbro naturally face sculpt looks better than an SH Figuarts.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. That is a perfect Robert Downey Jr.'s face sculpt.
Their faces look better than a lot of companies, to be honest.
Yeah. Figuarts actually did, if I remember correctly, innovate the whole neck piece, because I still have my Figuarts Iron Man 2 Iron Man. And
they did face printing first, right? But Hasbro does it better.
Now, I don't think you'll be able to add the gauntlet to your Smart Hulk, just because it looks like, unless that's a floating piece.
It is.
Unless the red piece is a floating piece, okay.
Well, no, but if that hand unplugs, I can still put that plug that into the Smart Hulk.
Yeah, the Build-A-Figure had a floating red piece, but it did have a separate hand.
In the in one of the Iron Man figures, he came with a gauntlet, a Stark gauntlet. Here, I'll show you. Oh, never mind.
If we can embiggen me. But you could put this on Hulk's arm and then plug this hand into the socket of Hulk's arm.
Here.
Oh, okay.
Here, big in me. Big in me.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
See? Okay.
Where's is that a John Cena figure?
That is my John Cena, yes. But yeah. So as long as that snap finger can plug into there, that will work very well.
Fingers crossed. I bet they thought about that.
Because that looks like the same fist.
Somebody's kicking. So
I mean, that would make sense of them remolding this fist. Hell, why haven't I tried putting that on Thanos?
That Thanos face sculpt reminds me of like Wile E. Coyote when something blows up in his face.
It does. Yeah.
But let's get to Odin here.
One word. Pass.
Yeah. And I know they don't like to do soft goods from Marvel Legends, but I think this is a figure that definitely would have benefited from a soft goods cape.
I don't know why they don't like to do it.
Yeah, I mean, they've got so many figures at this point that have capes and like tons. If you just made a print of something and just ran a bunch of it, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how manufacturing looks, but Christ's sake, you got so many caped figures. Just commit to it.
Yeah. Storm is like the closest thing, right? With the soft cape this year. That material sucks, but it's still
like
not
nylon. I also don't think that they got the rights to do Anthony Hopkins, because that looks like Marvel Legends like 6 years ago.
Oh yeah,
you've seen that comparison, right? Where they looked like the Hydra Pain face man.
Oh yeah.
Because he has that little grin right there.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah,
I saw like a little mini documentary on that guy. It was hilarious.
Oh, I've seen that. But he just looks like that. If I see it in a store and I have an inkling to want it, I might impulse purchase.
I would take the helmet. I'd leave the helmet on, to be honest. Just because.
Oh, wait. Huh?
I don't think it looks bad with the helmet on. That's passable.
Passable, yes.
Wait,
but
is there more than one head?
This is not. It looks like just one. I mean, but we'll go back here. Nope, you're right. There's two. He's got like a stern face, I guess, and these faces aren't that different. Or
right.
Does the helmet just not come off and the helmet's glued to one?
I
guess so, because of the hair. Yeah.
Well, if that's the case. That's going to be a pain in the ass to take that helmet off without damaging it.
I would just grab it from the chin and pull up.
I just That looks like a failed Build-A-Figure.
Probably was.
Yeah,
I never been an All-Father.
You know what I hope they do for the Infinity Saga is I hope that they re-release the Hulkbuster, but with a more premium deco.
So you want a third? You want a third Hulkbuster?
Yeah, I regret selling it. And
I'm watching.
I feel like.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I just feel like after seeing this Iron Man, like, I mean, how many Iron Mans did people own? Like, this is a really nice, like, the gold one here is really nice. I would like a Hulkbuster that has like that gold on it, and like the reactors and all painted like mostly white with that blue outline. I just I think they could make something really nice.
They never gave us the second Hulkbuster, did they?
Nope.
No, they didn't.
I'm watching up through the MCU again. I'm on Captain America, and I can't remember that far back. Did they ever do Thor's friends and Lady Civ and all that from?
Oh, the heroic trio.
Yeah,
they were definitely in the first one. I never actually. Someone told me there was a second Thor movie, but I don't believe it exists.
No. I'm not in the movie. I mean Marvel Legends representation.
The toys, I definitely own Lady Sif.
Yeah, Lady Sif is the only one they did.
And did they do a Heimdall? What's his name? Heimdall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
they did. Okay.
When
I was watching the movies, I was trying to remember which ones but again, figures like that, like go back and revisit. We don't do we need like 13 more Iron Men? Go back and hit these guys again.
Unfortunately, like the Thor and Lady Sif packs sold like so poorly that it hit like GameStop clearance for like $13.
And that's where we'll pick it up.
That's when I bought it, and I still haven't opened it to this day.
Hey, it sounds like Matt wants it.
Jay Holla, what you got going on there, bud? What you mean you caught a whole case of major blood this morning? What's
I mean, there's one Jay Holla and 5 people in figure action. I mean,
just call us up, man. Like we close.
We only actually need 4.
That's true.
Right. Like,
I mean, we
gotta
big buds, right, man?
Arm and leg prices.
Hey, T, how good is your Robert Stack voice?
I don't know.
Yeah. Like, we got to do like Unsolved Mysteries where it's like, if you have any information on where figure action on Major Blood, call Unsolved Mysteries.
Leave a comment.
And like and subscribe while you're there.
We even need to have that music.
Buy our shirts.
I'm glad to see Daniel. Yeah, that's all we've got. I don't really have a discussion plan tonight, so I think we're going to wrap it up here. Unless any of you guys
we did
have
a bunch of discussions. Going off the rail.
Well, I apologize for my technical difficulties, but I think that's going to do it for tonight. Thanks to everybody in the chat who hung out with us tonight. I'm going to get my internet figured out by next week, so hopefully I'll be able to have a little bit more luck with pushing the buttons. So I apologize I haven't been able to highlight so many folks in the chat, but we appreciate everybody who did hang out tonight and hung out with us. I think that will do it for the show. So check out the show notes, get your links to the Fab Shop, to Missing Collectibles, and make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We really appreciate it. We'll see you all next week. Same figure action time, same figure action channel, and everybody have an awesome weekend.
Love you.
Bye.
See ya.
Good night.
We love you. But
love you.